sorry.
Okay.
We've been here an hour already.
Half an hour. Oh, excuse me.
How are we doing?
Well, we're not. She's booked into reception, but there's only one casualty doctor on duty at the moment, so obviously they're doing the ambulance jobs first. And we've got to go to X-ray.
How are you fixed for staying with her?
Well, I've got to get back out on patrol at some point.
Yeah, no, but it would be great if you could stay with her a bit longer. I don't want her going anywhere at the moment. Not on her own.
Right.
Hi, Lesley.
Oh, hello.
How you feeling?
Lousy.
Yeah, it looks painful.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have bruises. I bruise easily.
Yeah, well, they'll be dealing with you in a minute.
Want to bet? All they've done so far is ask me my name. I need a cigarette.
You can have one later.
And a drink. God, I need a drink. The lunatic who did this to me, have you found him yet?
No.
Well, why not? I gave you a good description, didn't I?
You gave us a perfect description.
And what about the man he attacked? Didn't he see anything?
I'm afraid not. Look, Lesley, when you're finished here, I'd like you to come round to Sunhill Police Station.
Why?
To make a full statement.
But I've already told you what happened.
Yeah, we need it on paper. I'd also like you to look at some photographs.
All right.
Thanks.
So why didn't he see anything?
Who?
The man who was attacked.
He was hit from behind. Then luckily you came along.
Lucky for who, not for me.
If you hadn't, it could have been much worse for the victim.
Oh.
That's why you're so important to us. You're our only witness.
Oh, great. Fame at last.
Harry Finch?
Yeah, he's a loan shark from up north. Been operating in this area for the past 18 months.
So what's happened to him?
He was jumped as he was entering his apartment, got knocked around a bit.
Motive?
I'd say intent to rob.
So nothing was stolen then?
No, there wasn't time. This girl appeared. She was doing door-to-door work, you know, a clipboard job. The suspect made a run for it, knocked her down the stairs in the process and grabbed her bag.
Or a handbag?
No, just a plastic shoulder bag. It had nothing of value in it, just a pen, clipboard, some handout sheets.
Did Finch see his attacker?
No, Gov, only the girl saw him.
So a loan shark in this part of the world. Must have plenty of enemies.
Hundreds.
So, why just settle for robbery then?
He'd just been to the bank to draw out cash. A lot of cash. He reckons he was watched and followed.
Still doesn't tell us anything, Alistair. If there's no theft, there's no robbery.
Yeah, but intent to rob.
You still need proof.
Then I'll provide proof. The girl's description is almost positive, and it fits the face.
What about her name?
Yeah, James Tandy. Quite a bit of previous.
Tandy.
Yeah, his parents run the Green Archer pub. As a kid, James was turning over milkmen on collection days. In his late teens, he was rolling rent collectors. He'll be in his mid-20s now. What's to stop him graduating? It's his MO.
So, when was his last conviction?
Just over 6 years ago.
6 years?
Yeah, using threats of force in order to steal. If it is him, he's potentially dangerous. I want him put away.
So why aren't you out there looking for him, Alistair?
Lines is out checking his last known address.
Why? I thought this was supposed to be your investigation.
Tosh offered to help out while I keep an eye on my witness.
But you just told me her evidence is almost positive.
Yeah, it is. But I don't really trust her. That's why I need to watch her. Because right now, she's all I've got.
Mr. Molyneux.
Yeah.
I've been doing that job for about 3 days. That's long enough.
So, what are you going to do now?
I don't know, do I?
Well, what did you used to do before?
Anything and everything. Club work, mostly. I took this job so I could work in daylight for a change. And now this. So, where do I go next?
Well, you could always go back to doing club work, couldn't you?
What as? A one-armed bandit? No. Anyway, I've spent my life not going back to things. Jobs, boyfriends, addresses. Once I leave, I never go back. I like to move on. Always have, really.
Miss Anderson.
Oh, about time, too. When they find that maniac, will I have to meet them again?
No, except maybe at an identification parade.
What do you mean you forget? He's your son, Mrs. Tandy.
He's also 25 years old and quite capable of looking after himself.
But he lives here, doesn't he?
Now and then, yes, when he feels like it. He comes and goes.
So what time did he come and go last night?
I didn't see him last night.
What about this morning?
He wasn't home this morning. Look, I just told you. He only comes home when he feels like it. Son of the police.
Oh, yeah?
Asking about Jimmy. The kid only made one mistake in his life.
Several mistakes.
Yeah, well, that was some time ago. He's grown up now.
So what do you want with him?
Oh, just a chat, Mr. Tandy. Nothing more than that.
Chat about what?
This and that. What he's been doing with himself, where he was this morning. Are you likely to be seeing him later on?
It's possible. You never tell with Jimmy.
Well, when you see him, would you like to tell him that I'd like to have a word?
Look, why don't you lay off him? Give the kid a break.
We can't do that, I'm afraid. Your loving son has got a history of violence. We don't forget that. We can't afford to forget it. I'll see you.
And how much money were you carrying?
About 15 grand. I had a couple of fair-sized loans to pay out, so I needed a top-up.
What, you're saying there was more money in your flat?
Oh, yeah.
How much more?
Another 10 grand.
Also in cash?
Yep.
So what's wrong with making out a cheque?
Don't be silly. Most punters round here are up to their eyes in debt. A cheque would go straight in their overdrafts and disappear.
So it's hard cash every time, yeah?
Most cases these days, yeah. How else do you think I earn a living?
Right, so you were unlocking your door. What happened then?
I heard footsteps coming up the stairs behind me.
Running? Moving quickly? What?
Just moving normally. Not too slow, not too quick, like.
And you didn't turn to look?
No, I didn't think nothing of it, did I? You get a fair amount of people up and down them stairs, tenants and that.
Did this person say anything as the attack took place?
No, nothing. Whoever it was just lashed out.
Right, Mr. Finch, would it be possible for you to provide me with a list of your clients?
A written list? That might be a little bit tricky, you know, confidential.
No, I still think it's important.
All right, when?
How about now?
I have to go home first to check my files.
Yes, Greig?
Sarge, I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you. That witness of yours, she's disappeared.
Right, I'll be right over.
She came out from treatment and was told to go home and rest. No bones broken. So I went to the pharmacy to collect a prescription for her while she went and got herself a cup of coffee. When I came back, she'd gone. She's not here anywhere, I've asked.
Then I'll ask again. Did you check the loo?
Yeah, and the cafeteria.
Excuse me, the patient we brought in here.
I've already told your colleague she's not here, not in casualty.
But she was here.
She was, yes, but she's been discharged. Christopher Jones.
So where did she go?
No idea at all. Perhaps you better talk to her GP. This way, Christopher.
Look, Sarge, have you got her address?
Yeah, 24 Tubbs Lane, flat 2.
Well, I'm going to have to leave you to finish this. I've had a call. I've got to go back out on patrol. But I can look in on her address while I'm at it.
Yeah, OK, thanks, June.
Are you asking about Lesley Anderson?
Yeah, why?
Well, I last saw her about 20 minutes ago.
Where?
Walking out through the back entrance.
Right, thank you.
Looking for someone?
Where the hell have you been?
I told you I needed a drink.
Well, you might have told someone. How are we supposed to find you?
Well, you're the policeman. What do you think of it?
Suits you. Now, come on.
Hold on, I haven't had my drink yet. I was waiting for you.
Look, Lesley, I'm sorry, but I need a statement from you, and I need
After all I've been through, don't you think I deserve a drink?
Lesley!
And after all the favours I've done for you, acting like the public-spirited citizen, well, now you can do me a favour in return. Buy me a large gin.
A small one.
You're on.
No joy?
No, I've spoken to his parents and they reckon they've not seen him. But I think they're hiding something.
Who are you talking about?
James Tandy.
What, what's he supposed to have done?
Thumped some moneylender.
With intent to rob?
Well, it sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like our Jimmy.
Why?
Because he's mental, that's why. One day he's going to kill someone.
I thought Scotsmen drank scotch.
They do, only I happen to be on duty.
Oh, yeah. So you are. I haven't finished yet. Anyway, I can't keep calling you Mr. Greig, can I? What's your first name?
Alistair.
Alistair.
What happened to you?
He beat me at arm wrestling.
Some people have all the luck.
Yes, sir.
You married, Alistair?
Nope.
Courting?
Yes. If you don't mind, I'd like to get a move on.
What does your girlfriend do for a living?
One drink, you said. Now, would you mind finishing it?
I will, when you tell me what your girlfriend does for a living. So how long have you and your girlfriend been together?
I don't know. Something like 8 years, I suppose.
What do you mean, you suppose? Either you know how long you've been together or you don't.
All right, then, 8 years.
Right then, admit it.
Admit what?
You know as much about your girlfriend's job as she knows about yours.
Well, yes, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Of course it's a bad thing. It means you don't know anything about each other. Me? I don't have those problems.
I'm sure you don't.
I'm as free as a bird.
To the left, please.
Sarge!
What?
June's looking for you.
Where is she?
Doing a P&C check on a vehicle.
Right, thanks. Come on. Right, I'd like to sit over here.
How's the arm?
Oh, it's all right. But I won't be doing any press-ups for a while.
Okay. We'll just get you to make a statement. Shouldn't take too long. And then you can look at some photographs.
Anything you say, Alistair.
Thanks a lot. Yes, sir.
I'm George Tandy.
It's funny, really. I know it all happened quickly, but I thought it was an old man at first. No. It was his hair, you see. It was almost white. But he wasn't old. He was young. No. A young man with an old man's hair. Funny, that.
Keep looking.
That's him.
Hello.
You're sure about this?
Of course I'm sure. Look at his hair.
Hang on a minute, will you?
So who is he?
Who we thought it was all along. James Tandy.
Yep, cheers. That was Stamp on the front desk. Jimmy Tandy's old man's downstairs. He wants to talk to someone.
Mr. Tandy, could you come through here, please? How can I help you?
One of your lot came to see me about an hour and a half ago.
Yes?
You see, I couldn't talk then because the wife was there. She's blind to just about everything as far as Jimmy's concerned.
So what do you want to say?
I know he's my son, but he can't be allowed to live his life the way he does. She reckons that prison sentence taught him a lesson, and he plays up to that. Kids are along. But I know different. He hasn't changed. If anything, he's getting worse. He just likes to hit out at people. He's even threatened me a couple of times. My wife was telling a lie when she spoke to your mate. Jimmy was at home last night. He went out early this morning.
What time?
About 8:15. He came back later.
How much later?
About 10:30. He looked... Well, he looked edgy. Very quiet, but edgy. You see, I know him when he's like that. He's worse.
Did he say anything to you?
Yeah. I asked him where he'd been and what was wrong. All he said was that he'd had a bit of bad luck. But he had that look about him.
What look?
The look that says he hasn't finished yet. That he's got it in for somebody. Great, isn't it? He's my kid. And I hate him. I'm even scared of him.
Yes, well, thanks for coming forward with this, Mr. Tandy. Is Jimmy at home now?
No, he went out again about 11:30. He didn't say where he was going.
June's got some information for you.
Right, thanks again, Mr. Tandy.
I went straight to Tubbs Lane after leaving you, Sarge, looking for Lesley Anderson.
I found her.
I know.
June thinks she saw Jimmy Tandy parked up outside the girl's flat.
What?
Well, there was a vehicle right outside the flat. It was a red van. I could see there was somebody inside it, but I couldn't get a good look without making it too suspicious. Whoever it was, I'm sure he was watching the flat.
Did you get the number of the vehicle?
Yeah, and I checked it.
It was James Tandy's. Maybe he wants revenge for his bit of bad luck.
But how would you know the girl's address?
I've just spoken to her. You know that bag he grabbed off her address was inside it. She'd written it on a couple of information sheets in case anyone wanted to get back to her. Obviously someone does. So we better get a general call out for this flake before he does someone a real mischief.
Right.
Where's the girl?
Dunno. Oh, she said she wanted to clean up after thumbing through all those pictures. I sent her in there.
I don't believe it.
What's all the panic about? I said, what's all the panic about?
Oh, hello.
I have just about had enough of you for one day.
Me?
I have a job to do, a job that matters to me. And right now, you have a role to play in that job. You have a responsibility.
Sorry, you've got the wrong person. Try along down the street. I'm not very good at responsibilities.
So I'd noticed. You left the police station without a word to anyone.
I know. I don't like the coffee you dish up there. So I decided to come home and make some of my own. Fancy a cup? I know this place hasn't got a lot going for it. It's nothing more than a bedsit. I even have to pay my rent once a week. But I prefer it that way. No ties. As you know, I never stay in one place for long.
Has anyone called here
When?
since you've been home?
No, only you.
And when you came home, was there anyone hanging around outside?
No, why?
We now have officers out looking for the man who attacked Mr. Finch. When he's found, I'd like you to attend an identification parade so that we can go through the formalities of charging this man.
Then what?
Then, Miss Anderson, your job is done. Apart from the possibility of a court appearance to give evidence, you can go your own way. For good.
Does that mean you won't have to come looking for me anymore?
Exactly.
That's a shame.
Tell me something. Have you got any family?
No,
What about a hometown?
there isn't one. I was born in Lincolnshire, but my mother moved around the country a lot. I was 16 when she died. So you see, I don't belong anywhere. No worries. No 8-year relationships with someone I don't really know. That can be a real bind. What's wrong?
You stay there.
James Tandy?
Yeah? What is it? What's going on?
You brought him in, then?
Yep, he's down in custody. Got him at last.
I'm afraid not, Alistair. Mr. Finch has decided not to lay a charge.
What are you talking about?
Tell him.
I think I might have made a mistake.
How do you mean a mistake?
Well, when I stumbled into the door and that, by accident, it must have been a bit of concussion, you know. Knocked me out of shape.
An accident? You said you were attacked.
That's what I thought at first, yes.
And now you're saying it wasn't an attack?
That's right.
This decision of yours to change your mind, it wouldn't have anything to do with me asking you to provide us with a list of your clients, would it?
No, nothing to do with that.
I think there's a very good chance we could do Mr. Finch for wasting police time.
And do me for it, I don't care. I've less to lose.
Now what?
We let James Tandy go.
Let him go?
Well, what else are we going to charge him with? Bumping into someone on a staircase?
He didn't bump into her, and you know it, Gov.
Yeah, but they're going to make it sound that way. And what else? The theft of a bag with nothing of value in it. Look, forget this one, Alistair. Oh, yeah, and that witness of yours. You better warn her.
What's she done? Cleared out?
Yep.
Well, best thing, really. I mean, she was a bit wacky, wasn't she? Good to look at, but wacky.